Hey, you about to help me take these wheels off this Maverick, or are you gonna make me do it by myself? Huh? Yes?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the impact gun?
Yeah.
You're gonna do this?
Yeah. No.
Are you gonna whine? Because normally you whine over it, making all of its noise. Yeah, we gotta take the wheels off the red car.
Yeah.
Are you coming to help?
No.
You're not gonna help?
No.
Come on, let's take these wheels off. All right, we gotta jack it up. All right, we gotta jack it up, Harper. We gotta take these off and try to get some other ones on here to see if this thing will roll. Okay? Yeah, we gotta try to get some other wheels on it, all right? All right, so we had to go get some WD-40. We're gonna put some WD-40 on all these threads since they're so rusty. What? What'd you say? Yeah, it's WD-40. We have to put it on the threads. That way, hopefully, they'll come off without seizing up, because they've been on here for older than me and you together, Harp. Yes. So what we're trying to do is we got to make this thing roll, because as you can see, these things are freaking screwed, and we need to get this thing to roll out of here so that we can move it around to work on it. That way we can pull it in the garage, hopefully, and do a little bit of work to it, and then we can pull it back here. So I got an idea. We're gonna yank these wheels off and see if my idea is gonna work. Harper, it's not gonna work. So what we were trying to do is, this wheel is off a Chevy Aveo, but as you can see, the lug pattern, even though Google said that the lug pattern should be the same, it's not. So we are really having trouble finding a set of wheels that will fit these for free or next to nothing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna yank all 4 of these wheels off, and we're gonna take these to the shop. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do at the shop. Right, Harp? Yeah, we're gonna take them to the shop. Yep. And we're gonna put these together with magic. Yep. High five. Good job. Harper, why are we cruising on the golf cart? No, there's no mama, because you wouldn't let daddy work on the car. You were yelling over the impact gun. But we got the wheels off. And so then Harper wanted to go for cruise. Don't tell me no. You were yelling over the impact gun like a little baby. Yes, you were, because you're baby over the impact gun. Yeah. Yeah, you're a baby. So now we're going cruising. And then we'll get these wheels done tomorrow at the shop. Alright, so what we're going to do with these wheels is, the ones that were on the Maverick have seen their better days. And then I've got all kinds of 5 lugs spares laying around the shop. So your options are basically buy adapters, which are like 60, 70 bucks off of eBay, so you can adapt the 4x4.5 Maverick pattern to a 4x100 Honda pattern. Then you need to go buy you a set of Honda wheels. So you're 60 plus a set of wheels. A set of wheels from anywhere is probably going to at least run you a minimum of 100 bucks, $25 a wheel if it has a tire and everything, if you're talking junkyards and all that kind of stuff, if you're lucky enough to even find a set. So you're 160, 180 in a set of rollers now that you know that you're going to be taking off and that you're going to be throwing in the trash. So not trying to spend no money on that. I'd rather take that 160, 180 and spend it on something else. Put it towards the cage or something, than putting it into wheels that we're just gonna roll around, because eventually, obviously, the whole front suspension's coming out and the whole rear axle's coming out. It'll probably go at 8 or a 9-inch rear, and the lug pattern will be 5 by 4.5. The fronts will also go 5 by 4.5. That way it matches the Comet. Everything's the same. That's Ford 5 lug pattern. So all I need right now is a way to be able to roll this thing out of the side of the house, basically, and with the golf cart, pull it out, because it does not want to roll on these things, and to push it into the garage so that we can work on it in the AC or in the driveway, wherever, just so we can move the thing around so it's not dead in the water. If I even decide to repair it, I'm still on the fence about possibly not repairing it and using it for what I bought it for. Originally, I bought it for just the front end, so I'd like to cut the whole front end off at the firewall and use the shock towers and put them into the black car at a later date. But I'd also love to repair the car. It look repairable. I just got to kind of dive into it and see how much rust we actually have when we start cutting, because sometimes if you have a rust hole that's like, you know, that's like this big, then when you start grinding the metal, all the soft metal around it, it opens up to be huge, and then you have even bigger problems. So we just have to kind of dive in it. But either way that we're going to go on this car, we need a set of rollers, you know, to get it mobile. So this is what's going on with these. I mean, you can't even go put tires on them. I mean, I wasn't able to show it too clear in the first video, but I mean, the beads are gone, man. So Mike's just gonna come in here and take the plasma cutter and just cut around real fast around here so that we got our centerpiece out. And then he'll take all these donuts that I have laying around, and then he'll come in here and just cut around this right here. I'll take that centers out of the Maverick, we'll throw them on here, and we'll just put some good sized welds on them. And then that way, for free, we have us a set of rollers. So that's the name of the game. It's free and cheap. All right, so we about to weld these up if we can get this done without Harper coming around here yelling and whining. So throw them up here. I'm gonna weld the old centers to the back side of the wheel to help push the wheel out. I was originally gonna flip the wheel the other way and do it like that, but then that would actually put the valve stem on the inside of the wheel, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna try it like this. Let's get at it. All right, so we should probably be working on the Comet, but here's the problem, is that we need to get these Maverick wheels done. So as you can just see, because my last clip was actually like a week old, Harper started whining. So she wants to be out here to hang out with me, but she doesn't like the welding. She doesn't like all the noises. So then she wants to go inside. But then when she's inside, she wants to be back out here. So then she's whining. So last week when I was trying to do this, and we probably should do this while this is gone to Jason for headers, but the other issue is that my jack is out there underneath the car. My nice aluminum race jack is underneath the car, and it has been underneath the car since last week, and it has rained a lot, so the thing's literally just sitting in the mud. So mud and your nice race jack is not a nice combination. So let's work out here for a few minutes tonight, and I wasn't 100% feeling working on the car tonight, honestly. And let's try to get these wheels welded up, and let's see if we can get this Maverick so that it can roll. Well, we got the Maverick on donuts. It is late at night, but we got them bolted on, and now we can move this thing around. So tomorrow afternoon, I guess, see here tomorrow, Wednesday, me and Harper will try to get this thing moved with the golf cart. I got to take this big box to the shop. But besides that, yeah, we'll see if this thing will roll. Hopefully this thing will roll around my yard now, and I can actually do something with it. So the issue has been just how wet it is back here. So, I mean, you can see that's how wet it is. Yeah, that's the issue on the side of my house. As you can see, normally my driveway has a drainage issue. Well, the side of my house also has a water issue, a slight water issue. So at least we got them on tonight. That was the worst part because Harper does not like the welding, and we'll move on to doing something else with this car. All right, so me and Harper are trying to use this rope with the golf cart down there because the golf cart actually won't fit through my fence. So that's where all this issue has started, to pull this. Now, you shouldn't really be pulling a lot of force on one of these ropes. This is doubled up because if it pops, it will, you know, obviously do that. But a golf cart won't pull that much force to pop this rope. So, and you kind of want to use the stretching effect. Like if you have grew up down here in the South with all of us hillbillies, you know you went mudding when you were little. And you know about the toe straps and how you kind of bungee somebody out of the mud hole. So it's kind of what we're trying to do, but just obviously not with a lot of force because it's just electric go-karts that just don't have that much force. But it's not wanting to budge. So I'm gonna pull the wheels back off. The front wheels really don't want to spin free. So we're gonna take the drums off the front wheels. That way the brake shoes are not catching on anything. The back wheels, they turned pretty free when I had it up last night putting the wheels on it, but the front ones were dragging severe. So you want to make sure that you have, obviously if you can do something like this, the least amount of stuff working against you. We already don't have no motor, no transmission, no interior, so we have like no weight on this thing. It's just a shell. So it should roll pretty freaking easy once we get the brakes unseized. Harper, are we gonna get this thing to move today? Huh? Why do you got a baby rattle? Why? Yeah, why do you have a baby rattle? Mama gave it to you? No, she didn't. All right, with a little bit of hammers, some pry bars, we got the guts out of them. Let's put it back together. So, can't cause no problems, right, Harper? If there ain't no freaking brakes inside. The wheels are froze up so bad that they're off the ground right now, but you can literally, like I just put the lugs on last night, hand tight, but you can literally break the lugs loose with the tire off the ground. That's how locked up the brakes are. So that's definitely not gonna work. Lord have mercy. So Harper was banging on the red Comet with my wrench, and now she's gone. If she's in here banging on the black Comet, I meant she's banging, yeah, on the red Maverick. Harper, what are you doing? She was in there and done opened the house door. She wasn't on the black. She chunked the wrench in the ground. Got this side off. Let's rip these brakes out of here. So sometimes there's a ton of work that goes into the project just to get it to move before you can even start on anything. And that's almost like a drag wheel. Oh my God. And I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I'm literally just trying to get it so that it's mobile and not stuck on the side of my freaking house. Look how bad the side of my house looks because of my junk. And then you turn to my backyard and it looks lovely. But leave it to me to ruin the side of my house. It's like a mud pit over here with a bunch of crap. So now let's see if this thing will finally roll. That way I can kind of roll it around, mow around it, stuff like that. Yes, now it finally rolls. We got a rolling car. So now let's go get the wife and she can help steer. Well, that's part one of doing something with our Maverick, is getting it to actually move where we can actually work on it. Man, this golf cart's about dead. We're gonna have to go the other way. We need to put this thing on the charger. She ain't making it up that little hill. So that's part one to working on our Maverick, is sometimes you have to get the thing to get your golf cart where it would go. This thing is about dead. Don't even want to go up this hill. But sometimes you have to work on stuff just so that you can get it to where you can work on it. But that's the first step to building your project. I have regained the side of my house. I gotta get rid of all this junk. Wife doesn't see all this stuff over here, but now we have some room for activities.